Hi there, Smart Drivers. Rick with Smart Drive Test. The outer limits. Yes, today we're going to push the primary controls to the outer limits to learn faster and be a safer, smarter driver. Stick around. We'll be right back with that information. Welcome back. Today we're going to push the car a little bit. We're going to work with the throttle, the steering wheel, and the brake, and we're going to be aggressive in the parking lot. Unfortunately, most new drivers, when they learn to drive, they just drive around all namby-pamby like, and they don't ever get a feel for what the car does when you're aggressive on the primary controls. Parking brake off. Always put the parking brake on every time you park the vehicle. Pylon set up here, one at the front, one at the back, and we're just basically going to drive forward and we're going to drive back. And it's raining here a little bit, so I have my windshield wipers on around. And what I want you to do is get up and then focus and then aggressively accelerate and brake and try not to hit the pylon. And in reverse, we're going to back up, looking out the back window. Same thing. We're going to reverse. And we just cleaned up the pylon. Do that exercise 3 or 4 times, forwards and backs, until you're comfortable with throttling up hard and braking hard. Next exercise, we're going to simulate parking into a parking space, and we're going to drive into the parking space. And aggressive on the steering wheel, a little bit of space out, approximately 1 vehicle length, and then turning hard into the parking space and stopping like your parents would. Okay, backing out. Same thing, try not to hit the pylon, and we didn't hit the pylon. Okay, now we're going to do it in reverse, and again, be aggressive. Okay, out, can't see anything, so we're going to put on this side. Like that. That's the second exercise, into the parking lot, forward and reverse. And as you get better and better, you can bring the pylons closer together and get more aggressive with that exercise. The next exercise we're going to do is forward and reverse figure eights. Pylon at the front, pylon at the back, with a pylon in the center. We're just going to go around and get lined up here. So forward figure 8. We drive in between the middle pylon and around. And again, being aggressive on the steering wheel. We got to move the steering wheel quickly. And the reason I want you to go faster is I want you to know that you're going to lose some of your steering as you get going faster, because the slower you go, the sharper the vehicle turns. So now we're going to make it a bit more challenging, and we're going to back up in reverse. Into reverse, vehicle comes to a complete stop, and then proceed. Looking out this side because this is where the pylon is, looking out that side because that's where the pylon is. And for the purposes of your driver's test, you can use a backup camera, but you can't use it as your primary line of sight. And I'll put a card up in the corner for you on backup cameras and using backup cameras for the purposes of your driver's test. And again, I just about nailed the pylon, but I didn't. And you can do one hand. You saw me palming there. You can't do that when you're reversing because you're only using one hand, because the other hand's on the back of the passenger seat. Okay, and as you can see, your head is moving all the time. And you can see I wanted the vehicle to turn sharper, so I slowed down. So you can do that 2 or 3 times with your figure 8s, forward and backwards. Quick points to remember. Most drivers are going to be just namby-pamby. They're driving lessons, they're learning to drive, they're just going to go around and they're going to drive the speed limit. They're never going to be in an emergency situation. They get into slow speed maneuvers, into parking lots and those types of things. They're completely uncomfortable. Do this lesson, ram up to the pylon, run over the pylon, do those kinds of things, and it's going to make you a better driver overall. You're going to have better awareness of where your vehicle is in space and place, and you're going to have better control of the vehicle via the primary controls of the vehicle, the steering wheel, the throttle, and the brake. For another video, click here, and to subscribe, click here. And remember, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now.